Pacman World Repac was added to the PS Plus library, and as soon as it did, I jumped out of my chair, did 4 backflips, slipped, broke my freaking leg, and it was downloaded. I ran through the whole game like Lily Phillips, and it was an absolute treat to play. From the beautiful worlds to the great music to the drooling bosses, it was a pretty fun game and a fun experience overall. I suggest you guys download this right now. I was not sure how they would add bosses to a Pac-Man game that was not pixel mazed, but they did a fantastic job, and some of them were absolutely disgusting. I cannot tell you how some of these bosses just made me want to be out of breath and perform on stage. Shout out to my boy Dave Blunts. As much as there were infuriating bosses though, there were some Goo Goo Gaga Tommy Pickles ass bosses as well. Here I'm going to rank every single one of the Pacman World Repac bosses for you guys, and it's gonna be such a banger. Before we get to the boss ranking though, I would like to thank and shout out some of you that commented and supported the last video right here. Thank you all so much for being a part of the Toon Squad and giving me the chance to feel freaking cool, because I never really feel cool. If you want to be in the next video, just like, subscribe, and comment down below. Hashtag FishyManWorld. Number 6, the clowns. Why would anyone look forward to Mario Kart 9 when Pac-Man has this genre on lockdown? Going from third person to first person, Talkman brings in the Power Rangers if they worked for the circus. They all have much less cooler cars than any of us and definitely are not here to make us laugh at all. We literally just have to compete in one lap race here and come in first place and you win. You start out in 12th place since they get a head start, but throughout the track there are power pellets that give you the boost you need to knock these clowns back to Balan Wonderland. Rate 2 out of 10. Be aware that the bombs they add on the track are absolutely useless unless you close your eyes the whole freaking time you're playing this. Number 5, HMS Windbag. Looks like this ship had an alcoholic father that used to go crazy on them with his fists. He's chasing us non-stop, shooting cannonballs at us, and we have to run back and forth to make sure it does not reach us. There are switches on the ground that light up, and you can slam that booty down to bring up a cape to bounce the cannonball right back at him. Windbag has 10 health, but when you get it down to half health, he gets insanely angry and breaks down the ground. The second phase, he moves and shoots faster, but you also have more switches to go against him. Rinse and repeat, and we just send him flying. Number 4, Chrome Keeper. If anyone has an uncle that has a badly tinted pickup truck and collects scrap metal, you might want to give him a call for me. Chrome Keeper is brought to life by Talk with weirdly assorted metal limbs that make up a huge robot. Chrome has 6 health standing and shooting his boiled up Arthur fists at you. You are on the other side running around on 6 conveyor belts going in opposite directions. You have to wait until metal pellet drops so you can run across the heated pipes and throw pellet bombs at him. Bye bye Chrome. Every 2 health he gets a new add-on like a PS5 game, and you have to keep getting the mellow pellet and kill him. Number 3, Anubis Rex. I hated fighting this dude. An absolute monstrosity of a fight, and it was all due to me not knowing what to do at first, so it's kind of my fault. When I did figure it out though, it was still bullshit. The mummies walking around with the pointy headed hats, sounds familiar doesn't it, are such an annoyance with Rex shooting fireballs and lasers at you. You might not have time to rev it up and kill the mummies, as you just have to jump around and pray. There are 4 conveyor belts you have to run in place on to destroy the barrier on his heart one by one. Sounds like my parents when they got a divorce. Once all 4 are broken, Rev run into his heart and he closes it again and breaks the floor down to change the layout of the freaking map. Jumping around starts getting insane here, and if you are not careful you can fall into the lava. This fight literally made me break my leg off. Number 2, Talkman. Is this Among Us? Because we have a huge fat ass very obvious imposter here. Who does not catch this? He gets very angry that we crash his ghost party and proceeds to want to beat our ass. He has phases, but they don't really phase you at all, if you know what I mean. He starts by firing shots at you and flying at you with his jetpack. This is fairly simple and you can attack him any way you like in this phase. Literally you can just run up on him and shoot pellet bombs at him. The second phase, he scoffs down a metal pellet like a starving child. He's metal, so you also have to get a metal pellet to slam that big booty on him. He butt bounces himself, sending shock waves around. He also leaves a trail of fire now, so when he charges at you, be careful. careful. He goes to shoot a volley of cannons, and that's how you also get the metal pellet. Slam him down. The third phase, he just eats 2 massive power pellets and becomes huge. He moves slowly here, and all you have to do is dodge his rev run and stomps with shockwaves. His feet have 3 health each, but you only need to take 1 out and he falls back like a baby. Climb and slam on his head a total of 3 times and you come out on top. For boss fights, this one was the best one for sure, but not the hardest one in my opinion. Number 1, King Galaxian. Yo guys, let's go to space and shoot at a huge scorpion with our little pellets while in the middle of a bullet hell where you can't tell what height or length the pellets are shooting at you back. Is this what Pac-Man said in his head when he went there? Bro, just leave Professor Pac up there and do not do anything at all. Just stay home, Pac-Man. Avoid all pellet hell and shoot at his eyes. Each eye you pop, he will bring out his tail to cover his face. Shoot his tail off and his health will be history. He starts trying to suck you up like a vacuum and punching in your direction while bullets are flying at you. The fight does start getting a little bit much here. Good thing there's power pellets that let you shoot faster and 3 pellets at a time. The bullet hell concept will be just that for me. Hell. This fight infuriated me to the point where I still played it and I beat it. Oh damn. Def the hardest to deal with fight for Pac-Man. Screw you, King Galaxian. Well, please don't look at me and smack me. I didn't mean to. The bosses in Pacman World are not the hardest bosses ever by any means, but like anything else, there were some challenges to it and sometimes left you like, bro, what the frick? The game itself was fantastic and it was only my 2nd Pac-Man game of all time. Definitely made me appreciate it a little more and want to try more Pac-Man games. What did you guys think of the list though? Have you guys ever played a Pac-Man game? Have you guys ever fought Pac-Man bosses? Who did you struggle with, or were they all easy for you? Let me know in the comment section below. Keep it fishy and remember always, right hand on neck.